Hello, Scorpios. So, the first thing that I see as I'm starting to do your reading, this is for the week of November 24th, sorry. And of course, it won't be for everyone. So what I see is you writing. And then, but it's really interesting because it's on this big piece of white paper. And I'm looking back at it, and you haven't dotted the I. And you're looking at that going, I didn't dot the I because I didn't have to. It's so where I'm getting with this is it's really quite comical, but it's lovely comical because it's that sense of you having given yourself some freedom around not having to be so vigilant about dotting the I's and crossing the T's. And then I see you walk back and you dot the I, but you dot it with a happy face, which is not like you. Because it's kind of frivolous, and within the context of you being really meticulous about detail, that's not typically the kind of thing you would do. So first you're not dotting the I and then go, oh yeah, I will, but it's really kind of sassy. Now the first card that I pull is discipline. And what I heard was it may take some discipline to not be quite so disciplined. And then you get the do only one thing at a time card and kindness. So kindness, of course, it's about gentleness and empathy and gracious consideration and humaneness. But what I feel is this is very much about the attitude they're asking you to take towards yourself. You also get the hopelessness card. And for me, when that card comes up, it's usually a sign that there has been some sense of things are never going to change, or that maybe not even that literal a thought, but something where it feels as though you've been encased in a pattern of behavior and work and thought that has somehow or sometimes felt overwhelming and like it might something that you're stuck with. But what I'm seeing here with this, it's so beautiful, this image, this playful image that you're getting. Is that for me, that was the past, and it's coming up in a past position. So that was the past. What you're also being told, not just do only one thing at a time, which basically means slow down your life. It's don't be doing 6 different things all at once. Don't be trying to bake a pie while you're trying to vacuum, while you're trying to get your next chapter of your book read and written and or studied or whatever it is you're doing, and juggling one to the other. This is not a time for multitasking. This is a time for you to let your body heal. This is the time for you to let your nervous system come into a new calibration, and that's exactly the word that I heard, come into a new calibration. Because as you start slowing things down, you're going to literally start shifting your energy in a powerful way. Your nervous system, you can, have spent a life of being meticulous about detail, dotting the I's and crossing the T's. And when you're on a treadmill doing that, your nervous system gets into a certain rhythm. And sometimes it's difficult for the nervous system to settle out of that. So one of the ways to do that is literally let yourself slow down and do one thing at a time, and to use your senses, right? Using your senses, being aware of the visuals around you, the smells, the taste, the touch, the environment, the feel of it, the kinesthetic sense of it. All of that helps ground you in present time. And when you're grounded in present time, that is when you are a lot more able to perceive things at another level. And that's when you really get to calibrate. This is no longer about you having to be the best at everything, unless it's the best at taking care of yourself and loving yourself the best. So I need to pull another card here. That's what I thought. intuition is really important for you. And that is something that as your system recalibrates, Scorpio, you can see, you can imagine that you are going to be really a lot more in touch with your intuition. But they're asking you, as a part of this process where you are doing only one thing at a time, not multitasking, really being gentle and kind with yourself, being disciplined about reminding yourself to be this way with yourself, that your intuition is something that they would like you to pay attention to and to deliberately engage in, like act as though your intuition is going to be there for you. Speak to the world, the universe, the unified field, the field of all possibility, your angels, your saints, your guides. Talk and expect answers, and then allow yourself to be aware of them, because when you've slowed things down enough, you will be aware of them. You'll notice the shift in the feeling of a thought or what might appear as a synchronicity. You'll notice if there's a yeah, that's right, or if it's just a passing fancy running through your head. So this is all part of, oh, a new tradition, but then I heard the song, New Sensation. So this, I feel, is going to be something that is going to really put you in touch with yourself, your senses, your inner world. I just heard your inner world, but an inner world that is peaceful, an inner world that is connected to that wise self, rather than perhaps the old inner world, which was so very focused on doing things right and getting things done, which, again, no complaint. All of those things are strengths, but like anything else, anything taken to an extreme can have an adverse effect on us if it's maintained for too long. So I feel for many of you, this is the time, and certainly you've been working towards it, and this is the time for you to really step into that and remember those things. Dotting the I's and crossing the T's can be a little lighter. So notice if you have the impulse to do it. That's the old calibration of the nervous system. And then see what you can do to ground into your senses, slow things down, and see what, if you're being kind to yourself, what is it you're feeling you need to do right now? Okay, Scorpios, I'm going to leave you with that. Take care, my dears.